Hey guys, what is up, and welcome to another FIFA 17 career mode experiment. That is right, so in this experiment we are seeing how the combined squad of Arsenal and Chelsea could do in Europe and the Premier League. So I thought this would be a relevant experiment given that Arsenal and Chelsea are playing against each other in the FA Cup final on Saturday. So for Arsenal, FA Cup is their last chance at salvaging the season given they haven't qualified for Champions League. But for Chelsea, it would be a great chance for them to really just finish off a brilliant first season for Antonio Conte's Chelsea with the double. And I think that the Arsenal additions will be extremely effective for Chelsea. There aren't too many additions that are being made. However, the key is that those players that have come in are the best quality players that are going to make a really big difference to this Chelsea squad. And I will be back to show you guys the squad in a minute. If you guys enjoy this sort of FIFA content, career mode, experiments, and so on, feel free to subscribe. So these are the players that I've chosen to bring Chelsea from the Arsenal squad. Firstly, Hector Bellerin, who I think will be a fantastic addition at the right wing back position, as he has fantastic speed, very solid crossing at 74, and overall a great player to use. Then Shukdan Mustafi, who I do not think is going to get into the starting lineup. However, he would be center back depth, which Chelsea does really need. Obviously, one of the main additions that Chelsea would be thrilled to make in real life, Alexis Sanchez. What a player this guy is. Has got an upgrade, 87 to 88, a long time ago, but is very much deserved. And he has some incredible stats. He's an incredible player. And it's a shame a player of his caliber won't be playing in Champions League. I mean, unless he moves to Chelsea. He's more than welcome here. Yeah, but either way, next player going on, Mesut Ozil. While he can be considered lackadaisical at times, his vision and passing ability can never be doubted. Very, very good technical player. Mesut Ozil, honestly, just a brilliantly skilled player. Then Laurent Koscielny, who Chelsea are lucky to not have to be facing given his red card against Everton. And yeah, he is a fantastic center back, even at the age of 30. He's still going on, still a brilliant center back, and really key for Arsenal. Then Theo Walcott, a very good, a very decent player for them. Always solid, not the best, but a very quick player, and someone who I thought could be a fantastic player for Chelsea to use in the cup games, or even as a substitute off the bench. And obviously, I thought it's an Arsenal and Chelsea experiment, so why not bring Petr Cech back to the bridge? And at worst, if the AI wants to have some fun with me and get Thibaut Courtois sold, at least we have a replacement for him this time. But yeah, either way, those are the additions that I made. I'll be back in a quick second to show you the updated lineup. So here is the lineup and the team that I'm going with. So it's going to be Eden Hazard at the lead. So here's the team I'm going for. Eden Hazard at left wing. Alexis Sanchez up top with Mesut Ozil on the right wing. Then N'Golo Kante and Cesc Fabregas in the middle alongside Marcos Alonso, Koscielny, Luiz, Azpilicueta, and Bellerin. So we are going to go now and simulate all the way to January, see what's happening then, and I'll see you there. So we are now into January, and a bit disappointing so far. So we are in 4th, but we're only 5 points behind the league leaders. Bit of a disappointing season for Chelsea, as they have only been in 4th. So Manchester United have had an interesting season. They haven't drawn a single game, but they've lost 6. They're still on top of the league, though. And Spurs are ahead of us. Do not want it to be that way, but Arsenal in 15th, wow. Just noticed that there. In the AFL Cup, Why? Does Chelsea not like get put into the EFL Cup? Did they like lose to like a League One side? I don't know what happened there. In the Champions League, Chelsea made it through and they're facing Bayern. You talk about some bad luck. Don Mustafi, 13 appearances, 2 goals in the Premier League. Thibaut Courtois, 11 appearances in total, 2 clean sheets. Jordan Mustafi, 2 goals in 20 games. Appeared in, I believe, all 6 Champions League games. Laurent Koscielny, 15 appearances, 4 clean sheets. David Luiz, 2 clean sheets in 10 games, and a pretty decent match rating. Willian, 8 goals and 2 assists in the Premier League, with 2 goals and 1 assist in the Champions League. Leads to 10 goals, 3 assists in 24 appearances, so very solid from Willian. Cesc Fabregas, 3 assists in 10 Prem games, solid enough I'd have to say. N'Golo Kante has barely played. That's quite shocking, to be honest with you. Chelsea definitely need to play him more. Alexis Sanchez has been terrible. 1 goal in 15 games. Mesut Ozil, 3 assists in 10 games. Hazard has lived up to the billing, 14 goals, 3 assists in 25 games. Diego Costa, 18 appearances, 18 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists. Hector Bellerin, 7 games. He's been okay. Marcos Alonso got in 23 games and 6 clean sheets. Nemanja Matic, solid as I have to say, as he has made 24 Premier League appearances. Pedro's barely played. He should be playing much more. Cesar Azpilicueta, 3 goals, 16 games. Pretty good for Dave. Petr Cech has only gotten to 4 games in the Champions League. He has played 4 games in the Champions League, 5 in total. Gary Cahill, 11 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. Victor Moses, 3 goals in 9 games. That is really good rate for a defender. Asmir Begovic, 6 Premier League appearances. He's been okay. Dujon Sterling actually has been put into the games. That's interesting to see. A couple of very good Chelsea youth players there. Dominic Solanke is pretty much leaving for sure from Chelsea. Kennedy didn't play too well in the game against Watford. Ruben has a ton of potential, I'd have to say. Nathan Ake, or Ake, is definitely someone, as a Chelsea fan, who I'm looking forward to see more. Michy Batshuayi, just like in real life, he barely plays at all. Kurt Zouma, 11 appearances. I think he'd take that in real life. Shirley Musonda, 2 Prem games and a 6.3 match rating. Theo Walcott, been okay, but in fairness to him, he's only got 1 game. Eduardo has somehow started 2 games. Okay, that's a little not too good. And then a couple lone players, Loic Remy, Juan Cuadrado. Why? Okay, Juan Cuadrado is coming back. No doubt in my mind there. Marco Van Hinkel's been pretty decent. Atsu, Bertrand Traore, Baba Rahman, Andreas Christensen, Pasalic. I have a bunch of very good loan players, so yeah. However, yep. Alright, so yep. Just gonna go now and simulate to. So only one really big change in terms of substitutes. Juan Cuadrado, I'm gonna bring him in. He's gonna play instead of Alonso. However, also changed formation to get some more of our players in. So it's now a 3-4-2-1. So Mustafi, Koscielny, and Luiz. Fuck, I can't speak. Mustafi, Koscielny, and Luiz in the center back positions. Fabregas and Kante in the middle. Then it's Alexis Sanchez at left midfielder. Hazard at left attacking midfield. Costa at. Fucking hell, it's not Costa, it's Costa, you dumb fuck. Costa, Ozil, and Willian finishing up the attacking players, obviously with Courtois still there. And Petr Cech still on the bench. So yeah, we're gonna simulate to June. And I shall see you guys there. So hey guys, we are into June now, and very good season from us overall. So in the Premier League, won it with 76 points, and came back from a 5-point deficit. Top four, Chelsea, obviously, Manchester United, Spurs, and Liverpool. In the FA Cup, we were the winners, 2-0 over Everton, so already completing the double. In the EFL Cup, do not know what happened, but Liverpool won it 2-1 against Huddersfield Town. In the Champions League, very unfortunate for us, so we managed to beat Bayern by a score of 3-2 in the round of 16. Managed to go through on away goals against Real Madrid, 3-3, and heartbreakingly lost 2-3 to Barcelona. Huge loss there. Just one goal, 3-2, and very close for Chelsea. And Barcelona are facing against Borussia Dortmund in the final. So, in terms of squad report, so pretty good season for pretty much everyone in the second half. Thibaut Courtois, 13 clean sheets in 43 games. Mustafi got an opportunity and responded very well. Laurent Koscielny, solid as usual, played into 30 games all season. Luiz didn't get as much of a role as he did in real life, but solid enough from him. Willian, very good, incredible season from him. 17 goals, 9 assists in 54 games. Cesc Fabregas feels threatened, but I don't know why. He got into 33 games all season, which is solid for him, and got 6 assists. Could use a goal, though. N'Golo Kante played much more in the second half of the season. Got an assist and 6 clean sheets in 24 matches. Pretty good. Alexis Sanchez was extremely good in the second half of the year. 15 goals, 2 assists. Pretty much 14 goals and 2 assists in around 20 games. So, very good from him. Mesut Ozil, 12 goals, 6 assists. And yet again, fantastic in the second half of the season. Eden Hazard, 25 goals, 13 assists. An absolutely world-class, brilliant player this year. And unfortunately, could have got even more, but he was injured for around a month or two during the season. So, to do that amount of stuff in the limited time he had, that's quite good. Diego Costa got an opportunity in the second half, but didn't play particularly well. Only 8 goals and 3 assists in 47 games. That's kind of weak. Petr Cech only got into 5 games, so can't blame him really there. Bellerin, solid enough in 12 appearances. Juan Cuadrado got into the team again. Obviously, we brought him back from Juventus, and 4 goals, 4 assists, 23 games, not bad. Matic got into 55 games, huge part of the season, and got 18 clean sheets. That's pretty good overall. Pedro somehow went down a rating. 2 goals and 2 assists all season, and you can understand I was upset a little bit because not playing that much. Cesar Azpilicueta, very good, but yet again, a lot of our players are getting injured. So he got into 7 Champions League games, and overall played a pretty big role for the whole entire season. Gary Cahill, 16 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, and 1 clean sheet. You can sort of understand why he didn't get played that much. A couple youth players, Dujon Sterling, Mason Mount, Ike Ugbo, Kyle Scott, Chalobah, the brother of Nathaniel Chalobah. Dominic Solanke got into 4 games, interestingly enough. Ola Aina, obviously looking forward to him, seeing how he can do in real life. Kennedy got into the final game against Watford, so maybe decent future there. And even more Chelsea youth prospects. However, Nathan Ake and Nathaniel Chalobah really project to have key roles next season for Chelsea. Misha Batshuayi did pretty much nothing. 0 goals, 0 assists in 20 games. Kurt Zouma, 5 clean sheets, got in 21 games, seems happy enough, and some solid growth there. Charlie Musonda, only 6 games, but on the positive side, up by 3. Marcos Alonso got into 24 games, 2 goals, 2 assists, solid on his part. Victor Moses, limited time, but decent results, 5 goals in 14 games. Theo Walcott, barely played. Eduardo, barely played. John Terry, this is like a theme. He barely played. That's a bit of a shame. In terms of loanees, Loic Remy was solid. Van Hinkel has a good future, I'd say, at Chelsea. Tomas Kalas was decent. Piazon, we're not sure what he did because he's in the championship. Atsu, obviously he's part of the Newcastle team that was promoted in real life, so could he be solid? Traore, seems like he had a pretty good season there, though. 80 overall, 20 years old, has a great future, at least in the game at Chelsea. Baba Rahman had a great season at Schalke. Unfortunately, his season was disrupted a little bit by an injury in the African Cup of Nations. Lewis Baker, was good for Vitesse and looking forward to him next year in real life. And obviously, the main Chelsea youth-ish player, Andreas Christensen, looks brilliant and cannot wait to see him in real life. And yeah, that is going to be the end of the experiment. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace!